Stop scrolling. Most shooters are making a huge mistake with a .357 Magnum, and it's costing them. Everyone's chasing high-capacity polymers like revolvers or fossils until their modern pistols jam in the cold, choke on bad ammo, or fail when it counts. Meanwhile, the wheelguns they ignored, they're the ones cops, operators, and survivalists still trust because they don't fail. And here's the wake-up call. Supply is shrinking, prices are climbing, and 2026 may be your last shot at these 10 proven .357 Magnums before they disappear or explode in value. Think revolvers are outdated? Watch this and think again. Number 10. Taurus Model 66. Everyone told you Taurus couldn't build a serious .357. They were dead wrong. This 7-shot wheelgun sits at around $450 new, half what you'll pay for comparable Smith & Wesson models. But here's what they don't tell you. The Model 66 uses the same forged steel frame construction as revolvers costing twice as much. 4-inch barrel, 38 ounces unloaded, adjustable rear sights that actually hold 0. Brazilian police and security forces have issued these for over 3 decades, not as budget options, as primary duty weapons. The transfer bar safety system means you can carry all 7 chambers loaded without the paranoia. That extra round over a traditional 6-gun matters when capacity already puts you behind semi-autos. If you're a new shooter entering the .357 platform, or you need a truck gun you won't cry about if it gets stolen, this is your starting point. Taurus backs it with a lifetime warranty, and 2026 production runs are shipping with improved cylinder lockup over earlier models. Who shouldn't buy this? Collectors chasing resale value, and shooters who won't put in break-in time. Now let's shift gears completely, from value-focused utility to engineered precision. Number 9. Kimber K6s. What happens when a 1911 manufacturer decides to build a carry revolver? This, 6 rounds of .357 Magnum in a package that weighs 23 ounces. Read that again, 23 ounces. Most snub-nose .357s tip the scales north of 30. Kimber achieved this with a stainless steel frame that's been machined, not cast. 2-inch barrel, small frame geometry, serrated trigger face that gives your finger something to work with during double-action pulls. Here's the tactical reality. This revolver was designed for one job: deep concealment carry. The barrel's match grade. The sights are low-profile 3-dot configuration. Smooth edges everywhere mean no snag points during emergency draws. Several federal agencies issue these to plainclothes investigators who need firepower without printing through business attire. At around $900 to $1,000 depending on finish options. That's Glock money for 6 rounds. But here's what you're paying for: a revolver that disappears in an appendix holster, but delivers fight-stopping power at contact distance. The DAO trigger pull runs 9 to 10 pounds. Heavy by range standards, but exactly what you want to prevent negligent discharges under stress. This isn't for range sessions. This is for the moment you pray never comes. If you need a backup gun that won't compromise concealment, the K6s earns its spot. Number 8. Ruger SP-101. This is the revolver that refuses to quit when everything else already has. Ruger built this on their medium frame, smaller than the GP100, but with the same tank-like construction philosophy. 5 shots, 2.25-inch barrel standard, though 3-inch and 4-inch models exist. Weight sits at 26 to 28 ounces depending on barrel length. Cushioned rubber grips that actually absorb .357 recoil instead of transmitting it straight into your hand. Here's the engineering detail that matters. The SP-101 uses a triple lock cylinder system. That means 3 points of contact lock the cylinder in position during firing. front crane lock, rear latch, and cylinder bolt. This isn't marketing talk. Independent testing has documented this revolver maintaining timing and accuracy past 50,000 rounds. Some police agencies still issue these to officers in harsh environments, maritime patrol, desert deployment, where semi-autos choke on sand and salt. The price hovers around $650 to $750 new. That's middle of the road for this class. But factor in Ruger's lifetime service policy and a secondary market where these hold 80% of purchase price even after heavy use, and you're looking at genuine long-term value. Who's this for? Shooters who want a revolver they can hand down to grandchildren. Who's it not for? Anyone chasing lightweight or fast reloads. Every serious wheelgun operator needs to understand this next revolver because it represents a design philosophy most manufacturers abandoned decades ago. Number 6. Smith & Wesson Model 686 Plus. 7 rounds of .357 Magnum packed into an L-frame legend that's been a police workhorse for over 40 years. Standard 4-inch barrel, about 44 ounces unloaded. Heavy enough to tame recoil, balanced enough to stay on target. You get an adjustable rear sight, red ramp front, and that plus upgrade. A 7-shot cylinder squeezed into the classic frame by tightening up the engineering, not the size. Since 1981, hundreds of departments have trusted the 686, with FBI testing showing some examples pushing past 10,000 rounds without a single qualification failure. It sits perfectly between the K and N frames, strong enough for full power .357 forever, compact enough for duty carry. Market price? About $850 to $950 new. And even used models hold at $650 to $750 because they simply refuse to die. Train all day with 38 Special, switch to .357 when it matters, and any gunsmith on earth can service it. When agencies need a wheelgun that will survive decades, they pick the 686 Plus. And if you're building a serious defensive lineup, this one belongs in it. Now the question is, what revolver blends modern materials with classic design even better? Number 5. Number 5. The Colt King Cobra. Some revolvers are tools. This one is a bloodline. Colt brought the King Cobra back in 2019 after a 20-year absence, and the modern version is all stainless steel, no aluminum, no polymer, just pure metal. It runs a 3-inch barrel, 6 rounds on tap, weighs 28 ounces empty, and comes with Hogue overmolded grips that lock into your hand without adding bulk. The upgrades from the classic model are serious. Stronger modern steel alloys, a refined trigger with a smooth 9-pound double action, and a crisp 4.5-pound single action brake. Plus, a high-visibility fiber-optic front sight that actually helps in low light. Several major police departments issue these to plainclothes detectives who need something discreet but still capable. Price? Usually $900 to $1,000. That's premium territory. But this is Colt, and that rampant horse on the frame carries weight. Collectors know it. Production numbers are lower than Smith & Wesson, which is why these appreciate faster on the used market. Is it the best value? No. Is it a rock-solid performer and an investment piece? Absolutely. So what comes next? Number 4. Smith & Wesson 640 Pro. It's 2 a.m. Your life depends on 5 rounds. This is the wheelgun you want in your hand. J-frame construction, 5 shots, 2.1255-inch barrel, just 23 ounces. But the Pro Series is different. Smith & Wesson's Performance Center gives it a glare-cutting glass bead finish, glowing tritium night sights, and a tuned action that smooths the double-action pull-down to about 8.5 pounds. It's a hammerless, or technically internal hammer, DAO design. No external hammer means zero snag risk when drawing from pockets, ankle rigs, or deep concealment. Several federal agencies issue these for undercover roles, where even slight printing can blow an operation. And here's the tactical reality. Most defensive encounters happen inside 7 yards, usually in low light. Night sights matter. A smooth trigger matters. A draw that never snags matters more. then all the long-range accuracy you'll never use. Price runs $850 to $950. Yes, that's steep for a 5-shot snubby, but performance center guns hold value because they don't need upgrades. They're built right from the start. And remember what I said about reputation shaping value? Number 3 proves it. Number 3. Colt Python. Yes, that Python is back. Colt shut down Python production in 2005, and originals instantly shot up to $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000 depending on condition. Then in 2020, Colt resurrected it with modern CNC machining, keeping the iconic ventilated rib, the full underlug, and the unmistakable silhouette. 6 shots, barrel options from 2.5 all the way to 8 inches, stainless steel construction with high polish finishes that look like jewelry and perform like precision tools. And here's the truth, both collectors and shooters agree on: the new Python shoots. Independent testing shows 1.5-inch groups at 25 yards with good ammo. The double-action pull has that classic Python stack before the break, and the single-action trigger snaps clean at around 4 pounds. Price, usually $1,500 to $1,700 depending on barrel length. Serious money, yet early 2020 models are already appreciating. For collectors who actually shoot their guns, this is that rare alignment: iconic, desirable, and available brand new. From a pure tactical value standpoint, sure, you could buy 2 Ruger GP100 for the price of 1 Python. But nobody's mounting a GP100 over the fireplace. The Python is part function, part emotion. And now we enter the final 2, where every revolver on the list is a legend. But first, Number 2. The Ruger GP100. If you could own only one .357 Magnum for life, this is the smart pick. 6 or 7 shots depending on the model. Standard 4-inch barrel with 2.5, 3, and 6-inch options. It weighs 40 to 44 ounces and uses Ruger's beefy triple-lock cylinder on a frame built to handle full-power .357 loads forever. Rubber grips with wood inserts, fully adjustable sights. Law enforcement still runs these. Several agencies never phased them out, and the Alaska State Troopers carried GP100s as backup in bear country. Loading hard-cast 180-grain .357 rounds, these revolvers ate without complaint. Independent tests show GP100 pushing past 100,000 rounds, usually needing nothing more than a spring swap. Price sits around $750 to $850 new and $550 to $650 used, because they're everywhere and they simply don't die. Affordable for new shooters, trusted by professionals, and tough enough to outlive you. No revolver gives you more capability per dollar. If you want one .357 that does everything well, the GP100 is the answer. And now, number 1. The revolver that blends heritage, performance, and 2026 reality better than anything else on this list. Number 1. Taurus 627 Tracker. Here's why this tops the list in 2026 and why you'll regret ignoring it. 7 shots, 4-inch barrel, just 28 ounces, and a ported barrel system that cuts felt recoil by about 30% in independent tests. Adjustable rear sight, rubber grips with finger grooves, but here's the real game changer. It ships with an underbarrel Picatinny rail for mounting lights or lasers. At this price point, no other production .357 revolver gives you that capability. Cost $550 to $650 new. That's GP100 money, but with 7 rounds and accessory mounting included. Several South American military units issue the tracker for jungle operations, where humidity eats lesser guns alive. The cylinder uses Taurus's security system. Controversial, sure, but it gives you a mechanical lockout some agencies and insurance carriers actually want. So why is it number 1 in 2026? Because it matches modern reality. You get capacity, recoil control, accessory compatibility, a proven service record, and a price that lets real shooters train hard without going broke. It isn't as refined as a Python. It isn't as tank-like as a GP100. but it gives you 90% of the performance at 60% of the cost, plus features no competitor offers. And that's why ignoring the 627 tracker in 2026 is a mistake. These 10 357 Magnum revolvers aren't just firearms. They're the proven performers that separate casual shooters from serious wheelgun operators in 2026. Which revolver surprised you most? Or did I miss one that deserves to be here? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you spot an error or have documented experience that contradicts something here, drop the source in the comments. I'll update the description and give you credit. If this added value, subscribe for more deep dives where we fact-check the hype and test the legends. Because when it matters, proven beats popular every single time.